Hello students, welcome to Sun classes. We are almost there for the KCT. Few chapters we were not able to finish in the live sessions and we were having difficulty to record it and then to re-edit it. So we thought of making small concept capsules. Okay. Now the concept capsules were very important, or the concept video, one short video for the concepts today and your yet tomorrow. The most important thing will be revise these concepts videos very thoroughly and practice the at least from 2018 to 2020. That's it. Because you see the syllabus is vast. Syllabus is very vast. Okay. So what you need to do, revise as much as possible, revise all formulae, revise all concepts, all formulas. That will be the most important thing. And in between, solve PYQ. In between, solve PYQ. That's it. So for the revision part, only concentrate on these two. That's it. Okay. So let's start the chapter. AC, we all know, is something. AC means alternating current, a current which changes its direction and magnitude, okay, with respect to time. Current which changes its direction and magnitude with respect to time. Now we already know this is the AC current graph, okay, and given by I is equal to I naught sine omega t. So basically it's a sine curve, okay, and this peak value is known as the peak value of the current, and this value is nothing but this I naught, okay. So if somebody gives I is equal to 10 sine omega t, so this value 10 is what? The peak value, and that is the maximum value the current can have. Okay. Now next very important concept is equal to root mean square value. What is RMS value? IRMS, or current root mean square. So what we do? We do opposite. We have RMS, root mean square. So first we take numbers, first we square them. Then what we do? We do mean of them and by the numbers, total numbers, and then we do square root. So root mean square means we do the opposite, exact opposite. It is root, mean, and square. So first we do square, then we do mean, then we do square root of that. Okay. Now, whenever the KCT will give questions, okay, a very important note: whenever they give the questions, always the values of V and I will be in RMS value. V and I will be in RMS value. Means in the question they'll always give you VRMS or IRMS, VRMS or IRMS. That's why I'm giving a very what is it? A lot of emphasis on this. It's a very important part. Generally, by default, we get RMS value only because the instrument that measures the current value is in RMS form only. Okay, so very important. RMS value is nothing but the peak current by root 2. Peak current by root 2, and same case in case of voltage, it is peak voltage by root 2. That's it. We have average value also. We have average current also, not average value, average current also, and that is equal to 2 I naught by pi. But we, for the KCT part, we don't need that much. Okay, so till here everybody is clear. Whatever the values they give you, they'll give you mostly 99% by default IRMS or VRMS, and that only we have to take and solve it. Okay, now what is the formula of IRMS or VRMS? IRMS is equal to I naught by root 2, and VRMS is equal to V naught by root 2, V naught by root 2, V naught by root 2. Clear everyone? Now AC through a resistor circuit, AC through a resistor. Let's say you have a resistor and you pass down an AC. So what will happen? Sir, we have already done with a DC circuit. What about a resistor? See, in this, the voltage is equal to V is equal to V naught sin omega t. Current is equal to I is equal to I naught sin omega t. So both are in same phase. What do you mean by same phase, sir? What do you mean by same phase? Same phase means if I put x equal to 0, both current and voltage start at same point, both get a maximum at same point, both again come to 0 at same point, both again go to the minimum at same point. So that is known as same phase. Clear everybody? Next, power consumed is equal to VI. RMS value only you will take. Very important. That's why I'm giving emphasis. For KCT, one question will be confirmed from RMS value. Three question comes, so please be very careful. Now see what you're trying to show with the phasor diagram, that current and voltage same on same phase. Okay, clear? These are phasor diagrams. Okay, so here also current also started at same point, voltage also started at same point. At 90, current went max, voltage also went to its own max. Clear? So this means that they're in same phase. Next is AC voltage applied to a, this one is inductor. What is it? Inductor. What is an inductor? Inductor is basically a conducting coil. See, I'm giving you to the point brief, whatever is needed. So don't go here and there. Understand, very important. What is inductor? Conducting coil, nothing it is. Stores energy in the form of magnetic field. Okay. Now here, if voltage is equal to V naught sin omega t, current is I naught sin omega t minus phi. Means Voltage is ahead of the current by pi by 2. Voltage is leading the current by pi by 2. So if voltage is leading, so the current is lagging. Correct. Now you say, sir, how is voltage leading? See, if I take V is equal to 0, see voltage is here, current is here. So who is above? Current voltage by how much? By 90 degree. Correct. So see here, the difference is what? 90. Clear. So everybody got it? Clear. Here also power consumed is equal to VI cos phi, and the angle between current and voltage is 90 degrees, so that's why it is 0. And the inductor only stores magnetic energy, it doesn't do anything. Next, inductive reactance. See, just like reactor, what you say, everything resists the flow of current to some extent, like depending on the material and all. Inductors also resist. So, what is the resistive value of the inductor? That is given by induct, or that is denoted by inductive reactance or resistance due to an inductor. So that is equal to given by XL, and that is equal to omega L, and that is equal to omega is what? 2 pi into frequency into L. For DC, what happens for a DC current? Frequency is what? 0. So XL is equal to what? 0. It offers no resistance. Okay, clear? Now voltage applied to a capacitor, we have taken a capacitor. The voltage is equal to V naught sine omega t. Okay, so I is equal to I naught sine omega t plus pi by 2. Means current is leading the voltage by pi by 2. Current is leading the voltage by pi by 2. See, current is before. So at 0, voltage is at 0, the current is at 90 degree. Clear? So current is leading the voltage. See, we got three circuits. First, in resistor, V and I same phase. Inductor, voltage was lead by 90, and in inductor case, and in capacitor, current or I lead by 90 degree. Current leads the voltage by 90 degree. That's it. Clear? Coming to next part, again power consumed is equal to VI cos phi, where angle between them is 0 degree. So power consumed is 0. Next, what is the resistance offered by a capacitor? That is known as capacitive reactance. Xc, and that is equal to 1 by omega c. So that is equal to 1 by omega c. This will be omega. 1 by omega c. Okay. 1 by omega c, and that is equal to 1 by 2 pi fc. 1 by 2 pi fc. Correct. Now, in case of DC, Xc value, capacitance value is infinite. Capacitive value is infinite. The resistance is infinite because what? Frequency is 0. So this whole thing is infinite. Okay. Next is LCR circuit. What is LCR? L for inductor, C for capacitor, R for resistor. All three together in one circuit. All three together in one circuit. Here again, the most important thing what we need to know is what is the total reactance? What is the total resistance of the circuit? See, when you're doing a real life thing, you won't have just an inductor, you won't have just a capacitor, you won't have just a resistor. You'll have all combined. So we want to know what is the combined resistance that is we are getting in this circuit current. Okay. So that to know, we'll talk about the term impedance. Impedance is nothing but Z is equal to the formula is root under of XC, the resistance offered by capacitor minus XL whole square plus R square. That's it. Done. Clear? Or you can write in terms of voltage also. So the net voltage square is equal to VCM minus VLM whole square plus VRM. Okay, clear everybody? These two formulas are very important. One question you can see and expect in KCT also. Okay, so very important. Next, we can find the angle. So directly the angle between Z and VR, voltage across resistor or voltage across X, what is say inductor and capacitor, you can do that. So that is equal to VC minus VL by R, or that is equal to XC minus XL by R. See, if capacitor is dominating, it will be capacitive circuit. Capacitor is what is say not dominating, it will be inductive circuit. If capacitor and inductor resistance is same, it will be a pure resistive circuit because the whole resistance is given by the what? Resistance only. Because if you see the diagram, one is up, one is like this resistance, and this is like this. Okay, so this is capacitor, this is inductor. Let's say just taking normal figure, and you can see if both are same, they'll cancel each other. That's why. Next is power consumed is equal to P is equal to VI cos phi. Okay. In case of LNC, in case of inductor and capacitor, phi is equal to what? Pi by 2. So in that case, power is what? 0. So that we call as wattless current. Current is there, but power consumed is illa, 0. Clear? Everybody. Now what is resonance? The condition where we get the minimum, what is it? Impedance. Okay. Condition where we get the minimum impedance. Okay. Minimum resistance. Clear? Now, and resonance condition, we get it when Xc is equal to XL, or the phase difference between current and voltage is 0. When phase difference between current and voltage is 0, at that point, what is the frequency? 1 by 2 pi root LC. and omega is 1 by root under LC. That's it. Clear? Very important. Next is at resonating frequency, Z is minimum and I is equal to current is maximum. Simple. If Z is minimum, resistance is minimum, it will carry the max current. Next, quality factor. Quality factor is how well the resonance is. Okay, see, if you're tuning for some what is a radio stations, we see we are tuning on a range around, and then we get like it's around picking up this what is signal, and here the resonance is like very proper. So the moment you're turning the knob of the radio, suddenly it catches the radio signal, and it is like what is the resonance is very proper, and you are able to get the sound very clear. So that is known as a sharp resonance or a what do you say wide resonance. The quality factor is how good the resonance is. Okay, so it is basically the voltage across L inductor or capacitor divided by voltage across R. You can put the value and you will get these two formulas. Very important. Now coming to the next LC oscillations. Here in LC oscillations, basically what we do in LC oscillation, because what we do, we take a capacitor, supply with AC, it gets charged to capacitor charge. Now this charge capacitor, what we do is correct. You connect it to an inductor. So what will happen? It will give rise to a magnetic field. Hence the EMF is induced in the circuit. Due to this, what will happen? The energy of the capacitor decreases, and the same will be stored in the form of in the inductor in the form of magnetic field. So a time will come when the discharging of the capacitor completes and all the current is stored in the form of magnetic field in the inductor. Now again back to same thing. Okay, so once this will charge, one that will charge, so that keeps continuing. If there is no charge loss, that in reality doesn't happen. It will keep continuing, but in reality it doesn't happen. So what you see, voltage across capacitor Q by C minus voltage across inductor, together if you add it, that will be equal to 0. And this the di by dt, we know it is equal to a double derivative of charge by time. Okay, charge with respect to time. So d square q by dt square plus q by lc is equal to 0. So this is very similar to the SHM equation. D square x by dt square plus omega naught x is equal to 0. So from there we get the angular frequency omega naught square equal to 1 by LC, and omega naught is equal to 1 by root LC. This is the condition of resonance. Okay, clear everybody? Next is transformer. In case of transformer, we all know we have two kinds of what is it coils. We have two kinds of transform. One is step up to increase the voltage, step down to decrease the voltage. Now in case of step up, you need the number of coils in the primary should be more than the secondary. In case of step down, the number of primary coils should be more less than the secondary. That's it. Clear? So you should know this much as of now. This is the next equation, how to link between the number of coils, voltage, and the current. And what are the different losses we have? We have flux leakage loss. Like since though so much of flux is coming, so there will be a leakage of the flux here and there. Okay, so that is one issue. What we have. So what are the loss in transformers? Again, I'm saying the first loss is flux loss. There is always some leakage of flux that is not what do you say all due to the flux, because see, whenever a flux passes from primary to secondary, so flux leakage will happen. Okay, so what we can do, we can reduce by winding the primary and secondary coil over one another. Second, resistance of the winding we have, or copper loss we have, eddy currents we have, hysteresis loss we have. These, so these loss you need to know, you need to understand. Okay, and how can you overcome these loss? Okay, so you can overcome these losses by using what, shielding. Okay, or you overcome them by what is laminating the core. You can overcome them. Okay, so these are all basic things of the chapter AC alternating current, and we have just made this video right on time on for the KCT. So it's not fully detailed. We wanted to put a lot more, but only whatever was needed we put it up. So just go through each of the concept video. I'll try to provide this PDF also. Okay, so go through that. Thank you.